All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Game 2. RESIN versus GGWP. RESIN up 1 game. This is a best of 3 matchup. Winners bracket 2.2 on Estuary, one of the newer maps. Let's take a look at the lineups here for RESIN. They've got Frice in a Hargamo, 420 Blaze It with reload. Next to him is Algar, the Smoke Hider, this time in a Des Moines. Actually, I think that's what he was in last time as well. Unique upgrade for him.
Correct.
Following him is another Hargamo. That is Mad Dog 2427. Same build as Frice, 420 Blaze It.
No. Mad Dog is running concealment, not unique in slot 5.
You're right. You're right. He's going for the clean living, as Puddin likes to say. $1.99 for Guac is now in a Petropavlovsk and range build. Heading to the other side is yet another Hargamo, Eagle Lance, in 420 Blaze It build there with reload. Triarch in front of him and unique upgrade Des Moines. In the backfield, Big Boy 69 deciding he wants to go to the next battle already, going the wrong way in a Stalin range mod. Point of note, the wrong way because he needs to be so far back. This map is smallish enough. He gets spotted early. He can get slapped early, so that's a smart decision there. He's probably going to Charlie 1-2 island position. Vermont K-Bomb is sniper spec, and Peyton the Rock Hider is at another Vermont, so sniper spec. What do you know? All right, what do we got down south for GGWP?
GGWP also playing very wide, very back from these caps early due to the size of this map and how kind of compact it plays. Let's start over here on the D flank. There are 5 Harugamos in this match, Zath. So GGWP's Harugamo over here on the right flank. That's Fuzzballs also running a 420 Blaze It All, reload mod slot 6, range in slot Captain Skill 4 there. He's paired up right now with Destroyer of Elias's Gdansk, running reload concealment and a little bit of gun reload. Rest in White's Des Moines backing them up. Legendary mod top grade gunner. Mabuki's Montana. Mostly, it's kind of a mixed build. A little bit of everything there. He's got a little bit of brisk, a little bit of adrenaline rush, fire prevention, concealment, so on and so forth.
Utility build.
Yeah, very utility. Their only ship in mid here, flying Doge's Napoli. An odd choice to be playing mid. He's running SAP secondaries, of course, with secondary module and gun range in slot 6. 4 ships headed to the left flank. That's Bullet Justice's Harugamo and that 420 build we're used to seeing, although notably he's not running gun range. In Yoshi's Manitar, right behind, backed up by Godoza's Petropavlovsk, range and top grade gunner, and Giuseppe's Montana. Very similar build to what we saw on the other side of the map.
Yes, I do believe he's got artillery plotting versus turret traverse. Reminder, Gearing and Moskva banned for this particular game.
All right. Well, early deployments have everybody, we've seen teams take different approaches to Estuary. Some teams charge one or even both of these central caps, which are a bit risky. In this instance, basically, neither team wanting any part of the B or C caps. Both teams seemingly want to get on a flank and lock down that flank before even considering looking at the middle of the board. Each team running a 4-ship setup on each side of the map with one kind of odd man out. The difference is that GGWP's odd man out is Doge's Napoli here in mid. The odd man out for RESIN is Big Boy's Stalingrad right here at the top of this island in Delta 4. This gives them perhaps a small edge on this flank, depending on how the battle shapes up.
Yeah, I think the idea about the Stalin position is it allows him to decide where they want to deploy him, one or the other.
Exactly. He's got lots of flexibility from that slot.
Absolutely. Well, we can play Count the Smoke Screen. I count 4.
I count 4. I really like Godoza's Petro position, right? His radar covers the entirety of A and B from there. His guns look towards B, but if he needs to, he can edge up and probably fire those guns over the low end of this headland off his port bow if they're firing far enough in the distance. I think that's a really solid spot for that cruiser.
Yep. I think, here's the thing. Ships are finding good, solid places to sit, but of course, positioning is part of this.
Well, we're 5 minutes in. Nobody's on a cap. Nobody's even really all that near a cap necessarily.
Or taking damage until right now.
Yep. Doge's Napoli is about to ease his stern into the B cap. I'm sure that's going to draw some interest from the opposing team. We'll see how they respond.
I mean, K-Bomb is already backing up. So, yeah. Smart of Doge, by the way, to put the Napoli's plane up to do some scouting for him, see if there's anything around.
He's catching the Vermont and Stalingrad. He can see them.
Yep. Also, we saw earlier, $1.99 for Guac kept on dumping ASW, trying to catch something with anti-air. But Flying Doge is like, nah, I know that trick.
Yep.
Anti-air off.
They get eyes on Doge there as the Stalingrad radar comes up and the Vermont shells come in, but no damage exchanged.
Yep.
Doge is going to be able to just weather this radar and then reverse back in and try again. And if they want to catch him again, it's going to have to come from $1.99's Petro radar on the other side. Both teams, Zath, almost look like they're set up to kite on each flank. Like nobody, they sent all of these ships to the flank, and then nobody wants to go touch a cap circle because they know it's going to bring just wall of death.
And that's exactly what I was saying earlier, right? Is everybody's taking up these nice fixed defensive positions that, of course, have all been scouted and figured out for why they're going to those positions. But aside from Flying Doge's Napoli, nobody's really like playing the game, playing for the objective. You know what I mean? Like it just feels odd. It's like
I know exactly what you mean.
Sitzkrieg.
They do get some blind fire in on Doge as Big Boy Stalingrad has now made his decision. Hovering here in D4, left. Do I go port? Do I go starboard? He ultimately chooses port.
Goes for the port. Good choice. I like port.
I've got a bottle for you next time you come down. You should check it out.
All right, booking my ticket tonight. Looks like Doge has decided he's done with that. Maybe he did his job, which was, troll the Stalingrad, get him to come down. He's just going to go to the other side and be like, all right,
I think what he's realizing is that over here, even fewer ships have shots on him. He's going to put his plane up again, which means he's going to catch a glimpse of the Stalin's new position right there.
I mean, this is just... It's like he's playing a thief or something. He's just going around. He's gonna pickpocket you, but he's testing the waters before he does
Where
it.
in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Yeah. Jeez.
Well, a whole bunch of angry smoke clouds staring at each other right now, Zath.
Yep. Now I didn't catch it. Fuzzball's down below half. Must have taken a torpedo or two from Eagle Lance's Harugumo.
Ooh, yeah. They catch Velius's Gdansk on a Petro radar. They put the radar up looking for Doge. Mm-hmm. They don't get any shells on Doge, but they do get some shells on Velius instead.
Well, actually, there are a couple of shells that came in very close.
Big shells on Velius. Wow.
Yep, even bigger.
Yeah. Velius's Gdansk really getting hammered for a radar that wasn't even meant for him. Feel like maybe that was a bit of a mistimed coordination, right? Because if as soon as they touch on that cap, they're going to draw somebody's radar on Doge, right?
Well, I think the problem was Velius opening up when he was detected on that radar immediately. It looked like, so that 6-second delay goes away, right?
Yeah.
All of a sudden he's like, "I'm here." Everybody just shot at him. I don't know. Maybe he thought he was in Ragnar.
We are 9 minutes into this game, Zath, and no one has scored any points.
Right, and barely anybody's lost any hit points, too.
Well, we have one or two ships on each team, typically a destroyer that is starting to show some wear, right? Frice's Harugumo looking really rough over there along the 2 line. Fuzzballs and Velius, of course, not looking so great along the 9 and 10 line. But beyond that, just about everybody else is feeling okay about their life.
Yeah. Now, Doge is in the sea cap. He's got half of it done. There's 17 seconds to go until he caps it.
I don't even think K-Bomb's guns are going to reload in time for that. Well, he's fishing again.
10 seconds.
Nope, too long.
Well, his plane's down. He can't get close enough to the island.
All right, so Doge, after almost 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, we finally have some positive points on the board. GGWP sneaks the sea cap on the back of the Napoli, and we're off to the races, supposedly.
This is probably the most passive game that I've cast in COTS.
A very, very long time. I mean, it's, yeah. I feel like we've seen games this passive, but it's been a while. But yeah, this is a thing. Now, check it out, Zath. Yoshi's Minotaur is the one trying to get up here to cap the A cap. He's going to take a torpedo for his trouble.
Right at the butt.
Yep, right on the stern. The Harugumo smoke coming back for him. He is inside the Des Moines radar radius, but the radar's not up for 8 more seconds.
Yeah, here's the thing. As soon as that's up, it's going to go. And then
I'm
what's
sure.
going to happen... And look at where Elgar is shooting. It's odd because Price got the torpedo hit. Price is shooting exactly where the torpedo hit. Elgar is not. You would think that they would like click on the map and be like, yo, here. Speaking of mods, there's a mod where if you click on the mini map, it shows up in your normal gun view.
Yeah.
So you know exactly where to shoot.
I love that one. I use that one all the time.
It's a nice mod. It's a handy one.
Well, there finally comes the radar from Elgar with 17 seconds left, as now the cap points have all transferred to Bullet Justice. Yoshi backing off. They're going to force Justice out of the cap.
Mm-hmm.
Probably steal at least 5 or 10,000 of his HP along the way, I'm guessing. But it's ultimately when that radar runs down, I don't think they can prevent this cap again.
Mad Dog's Harugumo has been adjusted now. Look at where he's going. He's going into B cap.
He's going to be right on top of this Napoli.
Mm-hmm.
Are they proxy spotting each other? No, but it's close. It's very, very close. Napoli's plane is down. Mad Dog not on the cap yet. Boy, it's gonna freak Doge out when that cap starts to flip. He's gonna be like, man, he's right there. He's right there.
Well, Mad Dog expertly not going in. There's the proxy spot.
All right, they push Eagle Lance into D. But the GGWP defense managing to hold him off, drive him off this cap. They do proxy spot each other very briefly. Mad Dog has to pull away. I think
Fuzzballs is in trouble.
I think Yoshi's finally going to get this cap, Zath. Ooh, Fuzzballs is in big trouble.
He's caught bow in on radar. Triarch has another 18 seconds of radar.
Yep, he's dead. He's dead and he knows it, I think. He can try and juke, but in the end, it won't matter. If he survives this, it'll be a miracle, and he doesn't.
Nope. Crucial first kill for RESIN.
Big first kill for RESIN. That gives them their first positive points of the game, but for the moment, it doesn't matter. It's not enough to change the lead, but for maybe a split second, GGWP still ticking up points. Mad Dog now rotating to C, realizing that's going to be a problem and that there's nobody who can do anything about it other than the Napoli. Yoshi finally bags A. Man, what a slow game. 7 minutes to play.
I know. Right?
We're not even... neither team has 300 points at the moment. GGWP had gotten there, and they got slapped down below it again.
I have a feeling this is one of those games that... there's 6.5 left, 6 and change. So give it about 2 minutes, folks, and then everyone's just going to start dying.
Yeah, either that or it's going to be... Or we're going to get all the way to the end with 8 ships alive on each team, and the score is going to be 440 to 460 or something silly.
Yeah, that's a possibility, too.
I
don't think so with these teams, though.
RESIN steals the C cap away as Doge's Napoli is going to sneak his second cap of the game. There he goes. And so now the cap advantage returns to GGWP. They will start to build a small lead.
This is where you need that soundboard so you could do like the Skyrim, Sneak 100.
Now, I will say this, Seth. If you look at the map, it feels like it's time for RESIN to push their advantage at D. And I think they finally realized it. The Vermont, the Des Moines, the Harugumo, all kind of moving down the D towards the D cap. I think they understand now that with the death of the Harugumo on that flank, there's nothing's really going to be able to hold them back reliably for very long.
That's right.
So we're going to reach cap parity here shortly after 15 minutes of play.
Yep. Triarch actually not going down. He's decided to stop for a little bit. I think they're testing the waters. I think they want to see, is there going to be a radar at D or not?
They don't know where the Des Moines is or not, or the Gdansk even. Reston White's radar is available, but at this point, he's opting not to use it, and I think that's the smart play. By the time the shells got there, Eagle would have had the cap anyway.
Well, using it says, hey, there's somebody nearby.
Exactly.
Not using it might make them think.
Yeah, they don't know. They don't know. All right, so a static situation now. It's a 70-point lead with 5 minutes to play for GGWP. As Gadoza takes 10K through his deck from the Vermont. Woo!
Well,
that's gotta hurt.
and $1.99 for Guac also took some Mabuki shells in the Montana. So both cruisers taking some hits, but they're still kicking
Yep.
for now.
Yep.
Meanwhile,
Zath,
Doge just trying to sneak back to the other side again. Yes.
I look at a game like this, and I think that maybe this is why Estuary might not come back next season.
Once teams kind of figure this out, right, it becomes a very static, boring game.
Well, it's been interesting, right? Because you and I have seen some interesting games on Estuary. This is not one of them. And
this game I like. This one I do not.
This one I do not. Yes, exactly. And the thing of it is that what I've been wondering, what I've been curious of, is as the game matures, right? As the tournament matures and more players play this, are we going to see more game? What was Estuary going to look like? What was Pharaoh going to look like? We haven't seen Pharaoh today yet, but if this is what Estuary is going to look like, I don't think you're going to see this map again. Now,
are you telling me Sarah was right?
What do you mean?
He told me, he said Pharaoh was going to be picked more than Estuary.
It wouldn't shock me. All right. Mad Dog trying to get into B to see if they can sneak RESIN the lead as we're getting close to the end of the game here. They've got eyes. They've got eyes on Doge. They're fishing blindly for Mad Dog for a reset. They don't have it. They're not getting it. They know he's on the cap edge, but they're looking too close to the island when he's out in the open water, and they have no way to spot him from the Napoli here. 5 seconds.
Yep. All right, Mad Dog's going to get the cap.
Yes, he is.
Right? Yep.
Right there. All right, so now it's a cap advantage for RESIN. They'll start to close this gap, and they will eventually overtake in the time that we have left. Now the shoe is on the other foot. It's up to GGWP to make something happen.
That's right. And at a certain point, you got to just
I keep wondering, like, okay, fellas, where are you going to do it,
Looking
though?
back at Yoshi, I'm looking at Godoza, even Bullet Justice, who just made Inky all the way on the border.
Zath, I almost feel like you have to take the Monty, the Petro, the Napoli, and just shove them in the B cap.
You take everybody and shove them. Doesn't matter at this point.
Or you have to, or I would say you wait to the last minute and you hope that you get the kill at the right time without losing the ship, right?
Look at Doge.
Oh my goodness!
Right out from
he's
underneath
back.
the Stalingrad's nose.
I mean, he's right in front of the Stalingrad. He's not ever going to get this cap. He wasn't able to get on top of it, so it's a 20-point lead and shrinking now because GGW. I'm sorry, and growing still. Apologies for RESIN. They're just not ticking it up as fast.
Oh, Doge actually doesn't get hit here. He might have found a safe place.
Oh my goodness. Nope, K-Bomb did not take that salvo at Doge. He shot somebody else. But remember, this just gets them back to parity. Frice is coming in, trying for the resets. I don't think he's going to get it in time. He does.
I think so.
Just barely in time.
Yep.
90 seconds to play in this game, which has been arguably the most boring game of King of the Sea we have ever seen.
I mean, just... Guys,
I'm not going to sugarcoat this. This isn't fun to watch. This is irritating.
Get your pillows out. It's just...
I mean, yeah.
I mean, if I were to title this game, I would title it Pillow Fight, because I really do feel like GGWP and RESIN brought pillows to this game.
This is a snooze fest. GGWP needed to do something 3 minutes ago, and it's 60 seconds on the timer, and they're still playing like they're timid. It's like, guys, do you not look at the timer? Do you not realize what's about to happen? Not only do you have to flip a cap, you have to get a kill. Where you going to get it? You better be quick. Time's out.
1 minute. 1 minute.
You going to burn down the Vermont in 60 seconds? Good luck.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No. Mm-mm.
So, man, I mean, I could have had lunch.
Yeah. I know, right? I mean, so here's the thing. I'm a little salty, but I cannot really fault the teams necessarily.
Oh, absolutely not.
This cap configuration on this map plays very, very awkwardly, to put it lightly.
Look at this. Doge trying to use his smoke screen, and Big Boy 69 just hits W.
Yeah.
Proxy spins.
Yeah.
Oh, Mabuki goes down. That'll do it.
Yeah, that's definitely going to lock this up. So a couple of kills from RESIN make the difference, as board control basically doesn't mean anything here.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. They should have charged. They should. I mean, in my mind, there's a lot of different things that I could have thought of that game, right? But I just feel like GGWP, once they lost once they lost that ship, once they lost their Harugumo over on the 10 line, they were just like, oh, we don't know what to do now. Like, it just felt like they didn't know what to do. And I don't know, man. That was not exciting to watch.
Yep. Well, either way, congratulations to Resin.
Well played, they win.
GGWP.
Yep. All the way to time, but Resin is the winner of the match.
Tell you what, I wonder what's going on with the Triple I game.
Let's go have a
I'm
peek.
sure they're in game 2 now.
Probably.